Hi guys, this is Henry Pim. I wanted to do a review of a statue I picked up this past weekend. It's the Bowen Juggernaut action statue from 2005. It's an older piece, and the museum pose was also available, roughly at the same price. But I didn't like the museum pose. I thought he was too skinny. It looked like he skipped leg day. He had a huge upper body, but no legs, or his legs were too close together. I'm not sure about that, but it just didn't look good, and I didn't think it was menacing enough. And then I saw this piece, and the funny thing is that the day before I bought this piece, or I decided to buy this piece, I was talking and negotiating, an offer on the museum piece. But it didn't feel right. The price wasn't good for me. The seller and me, we couldn't um, get to an understanding. So, held off. And the next day, somebody on my forum, on the local forum here, he offered his Juggernaut up for sale. He put it up for sale, and he was mainly focusing on sideshow premium format statues, so this was too small for him, and I grabbed it, and we struck a good deal. I was happy with the price, and when I picked it up in person, I met the guy, really nice guy, So yeah, this is the actually the Shiflett brothers actually. Sorry about that. The Shiflett brothers actually sculpted this one. I think that Randy Bowen even helped them a bit. Um, as you can see from the side, and excuse me for not using the platform or whatever. I don't have one yet, so I'll get one in due time. This is my first review, so excuse me. Um, yeah, so if you look at the at the statue itself, at the base, the base is really simple. It's not a very elegant kind of base. It is a very heavy base, and that's a mark of the earlier statues of Bowen, in my opinion. Because I also have I used to have a Bowen, a Shiflett Brothers Hulk, the 2002 Hulk, and it was a very heavy base as well. The statue itself isn't that heavy. It does look massive, but it's not that heavy. Um, what I like about the statue is that that it's very well defined. I mean, anybody can look at this, from any era, at any age, and they would recognize that that's the Juggernaut. That this is the Juggernaut. And I just love the detail on this piece. I mean, the bands, the straps on his arms, the menacing pose, the grin on his face, his eyes. He's got a little frown on the top of his mask, as you can see. And the Kurabikia are going to release a Juggernaut piece, and I feel that this one has more to it. I feel that the Kurabikia piece is trying to emulate what this piece has done, and is still doing to some people like me. Um, so I wasn't going to go for the Kurabikia piece, although it's a very good sculpt by Eric Sosa. Um, but this one, really stood out for me. And it's a vintage piece. I love vintage pieces. It's an 8-year-old piece, almost 9-year-old, and it only gets better with time. I mean, they're doing digital sculpts, and I just love this one because it's a handmade sculpt by the brothers themselves. Um, you can look at the detail. The nails on his helmet. The abs, the lining out there, the outlining. So yeah, this is. I mean, even the specks of dirt on his shoes. I mean, come on. Attention to detail. Wow, awesome. So yeah, Marco Kane. Step brother of Professor Xavier. Arch enemy of the X-Men, and even actually he was an X-Men at a time, I believe. He was even awesome at that. Later on, the Gem of Sitrak was I believe, was handed over to Colossus, and he was the Juggernaut for a while. But there's only one Juggernaut for me, and that's Marco Kane. So yeah, if I look at the paint job, the paint job is immaculate. I mean, it's an amazing paint job, and I wouldn't change a thing about it. The sculpt itself, perfect, in my opinion. I mean, it's a hand sculpt, so you're going to find some details that are not perfect. Um, but yeah, in general, for me, focus. Come on, camera. For me, this is a piece. For me, if I wanted to depict the Juggernaut. So yeah, I'm very very happy with this. So thank you very much for your time, you guys, and I'll hit you up with a new review soon. So have a good day. Bye bye.